Alright, so this isn't really another angry rant like the last video. This is more me sitting back afterward and realizing why the whole thing bothered me so much in the first place. Because honestly, I think seeing channels like Arti Calloway disappear rattled me more than I expected. Not because I knew the creator personally or anything, but because I understood the amount of work behind something like that. And that's the part people outside the AI creator space don't really see. People look at AI videos and instantly assume it's effortless. Like you just push a button and magically a finished cinematic experience appears out of nowhere. Nah, that's not how it works at all. There's still writing, still editing, still directing, still storyboarding, still trial and error, still creativity. AI is a tool, not a replacement for imagination. And honestly, that's what I liked about channels like Arti Calloway in the first place. It wasn't just random AI slop. It actually had atmosphere, mood, style, consistency. Even the music had personality to it.
What if the window closes before I learn my name? What if I'm just a flicker that nobody remembers came?
Yeah, the vocals and instrumentals were AI generated, but they were still human-written lyrics and an actual creative vision behind everything. That's what made it feel different. And maybe that's why it bothered me seeing it gone. Because if that kind of clean, cinematic, creative experience isn't safe, then what exactly is considered safe anymore? Especially for creators like me who are still experimenting and figuring things out in real time. Because let's be honest, my channel is kind of chaotic. One week I'm talking about AI policy and digital creators. Then suddenly I'm reacting to weird internet communities or Goro world nonsense because my mom's been watching Yaba and Charlie Gold forever, and I got curious about that whole corner of YouTube. And honestly, most of those videos barely got comments anyway. Except from this cool girl from Germany who always leaves supportive comments. But even then, that experimentation was still human. That's what people don't understand. There's still a person behind these channels making decisions creatively the entire time. And honestly, that's why I still believe AI can become something incredible creatively if platforms stop treating every experiment like it's automatically spam. Because what excites me about AI isn't fake celebrity deepfakes or lazy engagement bait. It's the creative freedom. The fact that ordinary people can suddenly build cinematic worlds from their bedrooms without needing million-dollar studios behind them. That's insane when you really think about it. Here's a sample clip. I was gonna start a husband and wife detective series. I actually got pretty into it at first, and I got bored and dropped it. But that's kind of my point. AI isn't really the important part. It's the creativity behind it. Even if I totally ripped the idea from an old 80s show called Simon and Simon. Kind of funny, huh? Yeah, I don't think so either. But it was fun to make though. And yep, all AI made by me with my own editing. That short clip took me about half a day, because I'm slow, I guess. I remember growing up watching stuff like Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, Advent Children with Cloud and Sephiroth, and even the Animatrix. There was just something about those visuals and that atmosphere that stuck with me. The worlds felt immersive, stylized, dreamlike almost. And obviously those were giant productions with huge teams and budgets. But AI is slowly giving normal people the ability to create smaller versions of that same feeling themselves. That's the part I think people underestimate. Like, yeah, maybe somebody sitting at home can't make a Hollywood movie, but they can make a 5-minute cinematic clip now that actually has emotion and atmosphere to it. That's fucking cool. And honestly, that's what I've been trying to experiment with on my own channel too. I've made Pixar-style parody music videos of myself, using a clone of my own voice, like this sample clip.
The name Dame Yabba 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 Bubba Baba Nana Fana Fofa Ba Fi Fan Moma Ba Yabba Shali 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 Bobali Banana Fana Fofali.
That's my own character, my own concepts. And people online still act like that somehow removes the human element completely. No, there's still a person behind it directing everything creatively. The AI doesn't magically know what story you want to tell. It doesn't know pacing, emotion, humor, timing. That still comes from the creator. And maybe that's why this whole thing rattled me more than I expected. Because when channels disappear after putting that much effort into building worlds and characters, it feels less like spam moderation and more like creative experimentation getting punished accidentally. And honestly, another thing that drives me crazy is how vague YouTube is about all this. Why not just clearly say what's acceptable and what isn't? Seriously, why leave everything floating in this giant gray area where creators have to guess what the platform secretly wants? If YouTube hates certain content, then just say it directly. If e-begging is a problem, define it. If they don't want mukbang channels with sloppy eating and exaggerated chewing sounds for shock value, then literally write that into the rules clearly. If harassment channels are the issue, define exactly what harassment means. If mass-produced AI slop is the issue, then show creators examples of what crosses the line. Just make one giant transparent list of the shit YouTube doesn't want anymore and stick to it consistently. Because right now, creators are basically studying algorithms like conspiracy theorists trying to decode hidden messages from another dimension. And the funniest part about this whole situation? At the same time creators are getting nervous about AI content, YouTube itself is apparently rolling out its own AI avatar system for creators to use. Like, bro, figure that one out for me. So on one side it's, careful with AI content, but then on the other side it's, hey creators, here's our brand new AI avatar tools. What the fuck is the actual message supposed to be there? That's why everything feels contradictory as hell right now. Because creators are being encouraged toward AI while also watching AI channels randomly disappear and nobody can clearly explain why. And honestly, maybe that's why I'm not completely destroyed over all this. Because at the end of the day, I'm never going to fully rely on YouTube income anyway. That's the difference. I have bigger real-world aspirations than just becoming another talking head online spitting opinions into a microphone forever. No disrespect to commentary creators. Some are genuinely entertaining and talented. But long-term, I want to create things, stories, music, worlds, projects, maybe films someday. That's what excites me. The ability to take ideas in your head and actually bring them to life visually without needing an entire production company behind you. That's what AI represents to me creatively. And honestly, maybe that's why this whole thing pissed me off emotionally too. Because I genuinely think AI storytelling could become one of the coolest creative movements on the internet over the next few years. So dear YouTube AI bot, please tell me how these clips are AI slop. When I thought up the idea, then did a storyboard, then designed the custom music, and this was just a sample concept. The visuals on Arti Calloway's channel were much more cinematic, you fucktard. These are not fake deepfakes, not scam channels, not algorithm slop. Actual art. People experimenting, building characters, creating cinematic universes, making music videos, telling stories. And instead of feeling excited, creators are sitting around scared that the platform itself might randomly decide one day that their entire creative identity suddenly counts as inauthentic. That's a horrible environment for creativity. And honestly, maybe the real lesson in all this is not to build your entire future around one platform anyway. Because algorithms change, policies change, communities disappear overnight. And if your entire identity depends on a corporation approving of you forever, that's honestly dangerous. So I'm still gonna create, still gonna experiment, still gonna make weird parody songs and cinematic AI videos and random commentary when I feel like it. But mentally, I'm looking at all this very differently now, because after seeing all this confusion, all the contradictions, all the vague rules, I honestly lost trust in Gemini completely. And after that whole conversation where it basically admitted its own advice couldn't fully protect creators, I told Gemini to fuck off and deleted it from my system entirely. Because if the same ecosystem giving advice is connected to the same ecosystem deleting creators, why the hell would I trust it anymore? Anyway, maybe I'm overthinking all this. Maybe not. But I genuinely want to hear what you guys think, because I know AI content is only going to become a bigger conversation from here. And honestly, I still believe the future of this stuff could be amazing if platforms stop treating every experiment like a threat. I'll catch you guys in the next one.